How's it going, everybody? The Joker's back, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different than I normally do, and that is going to be another World Match video. And for this video, it is going to be if a bug or glitch occurs, the video ends. Here's the big thing with this video. So, I'm going to go to World Match. I'm going to be playing a Drift Spinner kit, or gadget name Various 30 as the Latin name for it. So, with this gadget, I will be trying to just play the game. I'm going to be just messing around with this build, having fun, and we're going to watch Monument Air Hump as we spin drift past people. So, we're going to go to World Match, and we're going to mess around with this build. We're going to mess around with Majima being Majima himself. And once a glitch occurs, that's the end of the video. For the most part, this video is just going to be me talking about like my thoughts on the game, mainly talking about like what kind of things are goofy with the game, or just other things of that nature. So don't expect this to be like too in-depth or too crazy. I'm not, and I'll probably just talk about like why I did X or Y thing while I'm playing, so that way you guys can learn from hopefully someone playing intelligently. I am not the most intelligent player by any means, so hopefully you can learn at least something from this video, even if it's me being a dummy. But yeah, so the big thing to really worry about when it comes to this is the maps that glitches can occur on. There aren't a lot of them, surprisingly. Like Packville Maze, you might be able to find a glitch, or you might be able to find a glitch on like White Space or something. But like the chances of seeing like any of these glitches occur are pretty low, to say the least. I don't think I'm gonna see that many glitches. I don't think it's gonna be like a 2-minute video and then all of a sudden, bam, that's it. So probably showcase a couple of the laps of each track, or like showcase like a lap or like anything interesting that happens on a race. That's probably all this is gonna be. Nothing too crazy. So personally, the fact that there's no double ring engines in this lobby, to my knowledge, is actually really cool. Once we get through the toaster loading screen, we'll be able to understand what's going to happen. But for the most part, with this spin drift build, this build is goofy, let's put it that way. I love it so much, and we get white space. For the most part, this spin drift build, as I was saying earlier, is really goofy. It is very fun, and one of the best parts about it, unironically, is the fact that you can, like, you have not only quick charge 1 and 2 on the plate, so you can constantly get, like, quick level 2s. But one of the best things about this, unironically, is the fact that you have Dark Chow. And Dark Chow is able to kind of dictate so much of the game, which is so nice. Uh-oh, someone's got Dark Chow as well. Basically, the big thing to, oh, okay. Well, thank God I don't have to get hit there. Dude, my favorite. Random Dark Chow into immediate, like, 25 slicers. So, one of the big things that I wanted to do is I wanted to hold that Dark Chow for as long as possible. Holding that Dark Chow for as long as possible like puts me in one of the best positions to actually come back from any situation. And with Spin Drift is able to knock people off course or things of that nature. Well, it should be able to. Usually you never see that actually occur, so it's very unfortunate. But hey, I try to do what I can. Ooh, Snap Drift. That is not a bug or anything, so don't worry about that. I just am an idiot and Snap Drifted. Ooh. Yeah, I think that was a little racist. That KBB should have 100% targeted me. Nice thing is I'm taking all of his rings away, so he can't really do much. So if I just keep taking his ring lines, this is going to be huge. But the one thing with the spin drift build is, like, you can hold kind of whatever you want. I don't think he got hit. I'll hit him here. That slows him down. Unlucky I didn't get anything. And now every item's getting rerolled. There's weights. So now I have to try and reroll as fast as I can. I got Omo Chow, which is actually not the worst. With Omo Chow here, this could be really good. It kind of depends on the situation. KBB's here. With KBB here, this could be a win. As you can see, my bomb just decided not to work. That's very unfortunate, and there's a NATO right behind me. Maybe I can get... Oh, well, Slicer decided to do whatever it wanted. Also, I don't know how someone got ahead of me. That was weird. Nothing happened really on race 1. Just a bunch of desync shenanigans as per usual. But yeah, with this build, it's mainly just having fun. That's kind of the whole point. I don't even care about gaining points right now. The big thing with your item play that I can say is just holding items for as long as you can actually helps so much more than just like throwing them everywhere. A lot of people tend to throw their items unnecessarily, which makes no sense at all. I don't understand why some players just throw their items randomly. I think they're just really conditioned by Festival and conditioned by Legend Comp to just be like, ooga booga throw! I think that's a lot of what happens. It's a shame. Oh, you know what? I didn't even explain the criteria. What is wrong with me? So, criteria for a glitch. So there's a few glitches in this game that there's criteria for. So bounce glitch, that's part of the criteria. So if
if a bounce glitch actually occurs at all. Desync shoving does not count as a glitch. I won't count desync shoving because that's a whole different thing in and of itself. You'll know a glitch when you see one for the most part. In Item Frenzy, if I use Dark Chow and then Item Frenzy pops at the, like, I think it's nearly frame perfect, I could actually lose my Dark Chow item, which would, because it will clear my Dark Chow item randomly, and it makes no sense why it does that. What do we got here? Oh, it's Wisp Frenzy. Wow, I can't believe I called that. Let's go. Wait. Dude, I gotta... What is this bug? Dude, my Dark Chow just didn't give me anything. Look at this. But yeah, so that would count as a glitch. And just in general, anything that doesn't seem right. And I'll talk about them as we get to those spots. Like, there'll probably be a couple glitches in here. But again, who knows? Most of the glitches that you see are bounce glitches, so there's a lot of rarity when it comes to the glitches. And some tracks don't even have, like, bounce glitch spots, which is kind of funny. Dude, you've never seen a spin drifter hit that. I think the most likely glitch is bounce glitch occurring. That's almost guaranteed to occur at some point. But it might take 30 minutes to see a bounce glitch. Ooh, there's a guy behind me with a NATO. I don't like that. So one thing a lot of players do when you have spin drift, if they have NATO, if you hit them with spin drift, unironically, they just immediately pop NATO for whatever reason. I've always found that really funny because people have no idea how spin drift works. They just see it and they like kind of freak out. And it's really interesting that players do that. Also, on holding this right side, you actually don't get knocked up by the waves. I'm only jumping to try to min-max the amount of time I'm in the level 3 boost state and level 2 boost state, so kind of doing it unnecessarily. But yeah, ooh, or that doesn't count as a glitch. That is, okay. In this position, I used my Dark Chow in the wrong position, so I'm gonna say I'm not gonna get the best items. If you're going to use your Dark Chow, you want to drop down one more position. The fact that I waited until I was, ooh, I got no glitch there. Just getting hit by an item that was untargeted. Yeah, I'm going to use these where I can. Not bad. I think that's it. Nice. Big first place. I'm going to go to Apados mainly just because I want to just kind of switch up the tracks I'm playing on because I don't want to be on the same track constantly. One of the big things with this game is just trying to have fun, and usually I tend to only pick the same tracks nonstop, but I really need to get out of that habit because I can definitely play on just about any of these tracks. Market Street, not bad. I like Market Street. Market Street's a very fun track. So chances of getting a Market Street bug are very slim, actually. I would say slim to none. There's almost no chance that you get a Market Street bug. I don't think there's any that can occur. The only bug that might occur is the rail grinding, which I think that counts as a bug because if you get caught on a rail, sometimes the game doesn't know how to get you off of it. So we'll have to play it by ear and see what happens. If a rail grind occurs, maybe I might count that, but I don't think it's a bug. I think it's more I don't think it's a bug. Again, I'll see. Like that, like I don't think I'll count that as a bug. I'm not gonna count that personally because I think that's completely consistent. So I think it's just more of a collision thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is a bug. KBB is already out, and then we see Golden. Okay. So since the lobby is so close to one another, I can actually pop this here, and then what I'm gonna do is right before I get hit. Okay, well, you want to use your Wisp right before you get hit, so that way you can actually get a little bit of extra speed. Forcing out this MT is really smart. But yeah. So now I need to start making my run back up, and not getting a laser or a drill is actually really bad. Oh my god. I forgot that happens with, I forgot that happens if you use a level 3 bomb on the boulders. It's so goofy. But yeah. And then never jump on this section. Oh. That's lucky. I'm gonna throw this at... Okay, well, unlucky. Okay, he threw his item back anyways. See what I can do here. Since I have a Wisp, he has a shield. He's kind of in the lead. So, in this position, even though it looks enticing to try to hit the guy in front of me, the big thing is that the players behind me have attack items that are going to try and screw me up. Oh my goodness. If I didn't get out of slime, if I got out of slime any sooner, I actually get hit there. That's something you have to be careful about. Oh my goodness, I got lucky. Very, very lucky. I could have lost just like that. Another first place, not bad. But yeah, still, no bugs have occurred yet. Very nice. No bounce glitches, nothing. And here I actually thought a bug would have occurred by now. You know, the game is healing. Slowly but surely. You know what, maybe I'll change characters here. Maybe if you want to see bugs and shenanigans, you play Zaz. Dude, that Sage car is sick. You have Jumble Rage back, and you have Giganto Liner front, so you have Giganto Rage. I love that. Giganto Rage versus the world. Soul is probably running... Yeah, okay, so Soul's running DRE, that makes sense. I mean, if you're climbing high when it comes to, like, getting a lot of world match points, you're gonna run DRE and run meta to climb, so I don't blame him. Really, really don't. But maybe I can sneak a win out in here with Dark Chow. Maybe I can get something or cause him issues. Who knows? I'll have to wait and see. If I can, though, that'd be huge. Completely unnecessary. So one of the big things with Dark Chow is a lot of people like just using it to troll people. And this is a big issue that a lot of players have when using Dark Chow is a lot of players just use it in grief. Instead of like holding the item out and trying to wait until a more opportune time. My race is in trouble now. Anyways, like I was saying, a lot of players like to just use Dark Chow at the very start of the race, cause chaos, rather than actually using it in a more intelligent way. But there's nothing inherently wrong with using it in a kind of a griefy way and to try to cause chaos. Like, there really isn't. I think if players learn to not just spam their items, it will help them so much to improve overall. It's something that oh, a big thing with a lot of this is like people do not realize like how to whatchamacallit. People do not realize the importance of just like holding items here. Like, say like that guy just used Tornado trying to hit me, I'm pretty sure. Completely unnecessary, and that could actually cost them the race, unironically. A lot of people use their items very inefficiently. There's better, that's better. And because people use their items inefficiently, it causes them to actually lose a lot of time, lose a lot of ground. Dark Chow, but I gotta use laser here. That laser was horrendous. But as you see, like, they have no line of sight on Soul, but they're like just tossing items. It's something that a lot of these players do. Soul had a really good shield pull, which is nice. Good stuff for Soul, actually. Nice, got second. So no glitches occurred. Not bad. Even after messing up. This is the big thing with this game, is even if you mess up like 30 times, like, if Soul didn't get a shield at the end, obviously, like, he loses the race big time, and I beat him because I had MT. But he definitely played really well. Insane. Very well done by Soul. But that's the thing. Even if people think, like, DRE is, like, unfair or broken, which it definitely is a little strong, but, like, people are still mortal. And if he didn't roll that shield that he did, which I assume he went for the blue box to give himself a 50% chance for the shield. If he didn't go for shield, there is probably like a upwards of like nearly a 90% chance he loses that race because of that KBB. So he played to his cards correctly and played to his odds to the best of his ability, and he won because of that. So very well done by Soul. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Like, even if I want to say like, oh, he's using DRE, oh, I'm not better than him. Can't pretend I'm a better player. That's just unfair, you know? But yeah, no, he's a great player. He's a solid racer. I mean, the fact that I'm getting second place with a build like this is kind of wild. If I don't get any glitches in the next like 10 minutes, I might call it there, actually. Might have to be playing until I get to 9,700 points. Dude, I say that and immediately, boom, glitch occurs.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
Technically, depending on how you view it, again, the rail grind could technically be a glitch in and of itself. You could realistically say it's a glitch, but I'd rather argue that it's not. All right, let's grind this. Let's see what we can do. All right, Zez, how many glitches do you think we're going to get today? I agree with you, my good sir. So, again, same game plan for the most part is I want to try to maintain pace with, ooh, that was really good. Oh, fun fact, if you're in the air and a magnet's on the ground, if the magnet's pull, you can actually deny it by staying in the air. Also, if you hit someone, the magnet drops off. But yeah, so the magnetism of the magnet actually doesn't affect you while you're in the air and while the magnet's on the ground. It's really cool, actually. Ooh, that's arguably a glitch, because that's not supposed to occur. That also is a glitch. All right. Well, we've gotten our glitches, actually. We've gotten Drift Bug, and I got Gate Bug, or Flight Gate Bug, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'll catch you at the end of this race, see what ends up happening here. And that's going to be it, guys. I was still able to get third place, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Unfortunately, after, I think that was 6 races? 5 maybe, somewhere around there, 5 or 6 races. 1 in 6 roughly is not as brutal as it seems. And besides, the glitch was very minor. It wasn't something that actually would kill a race and make you lose automatically. It was just Drift Bug, which Drift Bug basically is when you go out of a flight gate, there's a chance that your drift just randomly vanishes. and it just cancels your drift for whatever reason, no matter how long you're holding your drift button for. And no matter if you do everything right, it's goofy. It's something that's been in the game for a little while, so very unfortunate, guys. But unfortunately, that marks the end of this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and watch out for your bounce glitches. They will kill your race, I swear.